Does your roast chicken turn out dry and disappointing? It doesn't have to. After I teach you these 6 secrets to making flavorful and moist roast chicken, your family will thank you and you'll never go back to eating dry chicken again. Here I have some of our homegrown Cornish cross chickens that we raise on the homestead every year. I've just pulled these out of the freezer in the garage and we're gonna let them defrost in the fridge for a few days and then we'll be ready to get started. The first secret to making great chicken is to use good quality chicken. Use your own or find a local farmer who raises his chicken on pasture. Not only will they be healthier for you, but they're gonna taste way better too. The second secret to making great chicken is your own homemade seasoning blends. These are important because they're gonna taste way better and you know what's in them. There's gonna be no fillers or natural flavors. Also, they haven't been irradiated or processed in any way. So let's go to the kitchen and get started. Okay, so now that we've talked about the importance of making your own seasoning blend and we're ready to make our own, I'm just gonna go over a couple kitchen basics before we get started. Make sure your hands are washed, you've got an apron on, and your hair is back and in a safe position. Now that those boxes are checked, let's go over the ingredients and supplies you're going to need. I have here 6 tablespoons of dried thyme, 4 tablespoons of sage, a tablespoon of parsley, 2 tablespoons of rosemary, 1 tablespoon of marjoram. I have 3/4 teaspoons of dried ground nutmeg, and a tablespoon of ground black pepper. For our supplies, I just have a couple empty jars and this coffee grinder, which we also use to blend seasoning blends. So now let's put together our poultry seasoning blend. First of all, we're just gonna start by putting all of our dry ingredients into the jar. I have 2 jars here because all of this dried herbs will not fit into the grinder at once. So if I put it in the jar and shake it up, then we can grind it in little batches. Here we go. Shake it up real good. Right, now we're ready to grind. So we'll start with about half of it. Right, there we have it. There's our first little bit of the seasoning blend. We like our poultry seasoning very smooth and blend up. However, if you don't have a coffee blender, you can just leave it whole. All right, there we go. And I can already tell you this smells so good. So let's jump right into making that roast chicken. Now that we've made our poultry seasoning, let's look at our ingredients and supplies for the roast chicken. For the ingredients, first we have our defrosted chicken. We also have some butter, our poultry seasoning that we just made, some salt. We have a lemon and an onion for extra flavor, some water, and for our supplies, we have here our cutting board and knife. Secret number 3 is this deep-sided cast iron pan. The deep pans are really good for holding in the moisture and flavor, and that's really important for making roast chicken. All right, I'm gonna go wash and pat dry these chickens, and then we'll be back to jump into the next step for making your roast chicken. So I'm back with my chickens. They have been washed and patted dry. And secret number 4 is butter. Butter is absolutely delicious on your roast chicken. So we're gonna spread this all over the roast chicken, and then we are also going to smear our nice seasoning on of that as well. Also the salt. And you know, you can do just about as much butter as you want. I think it's best to do a little more butter than you think you'll need because butter just makes everything taste so much better, and also it's gonna give it that nice brown, crispy look. There's the butter. Right, now we're gonna rub in our seasoning. This is gonna be delicious. Right, there we go for the seasoning. We're just gonna put some salt on here now. Now for secret number 5, we are going to put half of a lemon into the cavities of each chicken. And I also have this onion down here that we are going to quarter and put in the bottom of the pan, and that's going to add a lot of really good flavor. Here we go. All right, and for the last little bit, we're just gonna put in about a little bit of water just in the bottom of the pan to help keep it moist in there. You only want a little bit because the chickens will give off some of their own liquid as they cook. There we go. Okay, so our chicken's just about ready to cook, but before I do anything else, I need to go wash my hands because I have been handling raw chicken. All right, I'm back with clean hands and we are ready to cook our chicken. We are going to cook it with the lid on until the last 5 to 10 minutes because that's just gonna help keep the moisture in, but when we take the lid off, it's gonna give it a nice browned, crispy texture that we all like. We are cooking in an oven that has been heated up to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And you know your chicken is done cooking when it has reached 165 degrees Fahrenheit, but the sixth secret is pulling it out 5 degrees early. So you want to pull the chicken out when it's about 160 degrees, and it will slowly cook to the rest of the way for about 15 minutes while sitting on the counter. So for our large family, we need 4 chickens, but for purpose of demonstration, I only showed you guys me prepping 2. So while these 2 cook, I'm gonna go prep the other 2. Okay, our chickens have finished cooking and they look really good. Now we're gonna cut into them and see how moist they are on the inside. This is so moist, there's literally juice coming out of it. And I mean, guys, this smells so good. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about making your own mixes, check out this video that me and my sister made a couple years ago. Bye.